What's up, guys? It's your boy JD Punk 97 with another video of Monster Hunter Frontier Z. Some people call it Z, by the way. They say Z as Z. But we are going to be facing up against this guy that I referenced in the Hyojikiki video, which is the Gogomoa. Yes, I said that correctly, I believe, and the funny thing about the Gogomoa is that he also has a little baby with him, which is the Kokomoa. And I've heard, if I'm correct, that if you knock this baby off, which I'm not going to do because I am not a baby abuser like some of the hunters in this game, but if you knock the baby down, the Kokomoa, if you knock him down, the Gogomoa will go into a rage state, and I don't want that happening because I heard he does, what does he do? He does, like, he's got, like, double speed, but he's easier to kill, so it's just, like, you know, like, I'm not sure if I want to do this, and as you can see, I'm using Zenith gear, and you're like, what the fuck, Jay? Why do you got Zenith gear against the Gogomoa, which is only a G-rank 3rd star? Well, for some reason, Gogomoa G-Rank is actually feeling like a fucking tank. Yes, he feels like a fucking tank. I'm not joking. It took me 10 minutes to beat him, well, technically 11 minutes to beat him on my first run around with him with this stuff, because I did a test video. I didn't really put down a video, but I tested the fight, and now this is obviously the for real. And so there's some things you want to avoid. When he does that to move right there, when he smashes the rocks on the ground, if you're too close to him, you will take damage. So be careful of that move. As you can see, he's already poisoned. And another thing about the Gogomoa is, if I'm correct, if you hit his webs while he's shooting it, you can actually drop him to the ground, depending on where he is. See that stomp right there? What he does, if you go to him too close, he will give damage to you, which is bad. You don't want that happening. And of course, I'm using LS longsword because I'm feeling comfortable with longswords now, because for the longest time in this game, in Frontier Z, I felt sluggish. Ooh, I didn't even see that coming. I felt sluggish with some of these weapons. Like, I thought dual blades would be good, in my opinion, and I feel like they're not good for me. They could be good for other people. I heard they're the strongest weapons, aside of 2 others, which I forgot. I'm not sure if it's sword. I know Swax is really good in this game. Tonfas, obviously, too. Some people don't consider them OP, which is rightfully so. I don't think they're overpowered. They're definitely strong weapons. But I feel like LS is a very solid choice for me, besides the Swaxes in this game, because Swaxes honestly have a lot of mobility going on with them, with their evade maneuvers and stuff. It's just crazy. But anyways, back to the Gogomoa. As you can see, he will usually see, yeah, you'll take damage from that. He usually goes to 3 places in this attack stage. He usually goes, I can't see it right now, but you'll see it anyways once we get later on into this fight, because I guarantee you he's going to go there. He usually just goes to 3 spots if you have, you know, decent or good amount of damage. I'm going to move out of the way before he hits me. And he's already poisoned. I'm using the Z Espinosa LS, the Zenith Espinosa LS, which gives, I believe, 1,000 poison damage, which is fucking insane. And it does already 3,000 plus raw damage, which is just like, yeah. So it's actually a pretty good weapon, considering this is like, I'm not sure if this is technically endgame stuff, but it's definitely fun to use. Like, I just enjoy using this shit because it just feels so much smoother. I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to try seeing if I can. No, I thought he was going to go in my direction, but I was totally wrong. And he's actually classified as a fanged beast. Yes. Oh, yeah. He's hitting me all over the place. That's the Gogomoa. I gotta get out of here. There you go. Yeah, he will do that move, and it doesn't take too much damage. considering I'm using Z rank gear, I'm using Zenith gear, but it can still. He usually doesn't target me with that move, so I was actually pretty shocked when he did that. So he's just for some reason, like I've faced like other like 7-star G rank monsters, and they're not as tanky as a 3-star Gogomoa, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, yes, he's tanky. I don't know if it's because of the size or how they value him, but yeah, he's pretty goddamn tanky, as I said over 1 billion times. Now, let's see what he's gonna go back over here. He's gonna come back here. And I do, if you've seen previously, I did have cyan sharpness, which is my first time having that feature. I've never had cyan sharpness in this game before, and I was like, yeah. So I'll show you right now. Hopefully he doesn't attack me, but if you look at my blade, you see it, cyan sharpness, baby. Which I forgot. I don't know the exact percentage of how much cyan does of raw, but I could actually edit that feature in the video and show you how much it actually does, or percent-wise. So just gotta keep getting it. Oh, I gotta move. Oh, because he will hit me. Ooh. What are you doing, buddy? Ooh. And he does fly around a lot with his webs and stuff, so this is the second area he's gonna go into, and which is near the waterfront area, which is area, if I go a little bit closer, outside 3. This is area 3. I should have brought a map with me if I wanted to explain this better. But as you can see, I faced the SR ranked one, and he's obviously easier because the G rank, you're going to have a little bit more different movesets with these monsters, so they come a little bit more challenging, unlike some other monsters in this game. Like, I felt like Hypnocatrice wasn't too bad on G rank, you know, stuff like that. But in general, I didn't even struggle with Silver Hypnocatrice, and that was a 5-star G rank quest. I just, like, you know, avoided all the attacks at all times because they were big hitting moves, but they were very, like, just well calculated and totally avoidable. Let's see if I can break his tail. There you go. Broke the tail. There you go. Give us a little attack boost, I believe that is. Let me go one more time at him. Do this. Boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. That's a cool feature. That's why I like the extreme styles in this game, because they come in real handy and they're very evasive to use, especially with swags, like I said. I know a lot of people who play as Lance in this game and Gun Lance is because of, you know, a lot of these monsters have one-shot mechanics and they do hit hard. So, you know, when you always got a shield on you, it's always good to have. And you can see just a second ago, I think one of my bots just countered his spiderweb, like I was mentioning. If you hit that spiderweb, you will take damage. So all you got to do really is just cut it at the right time, and you should be all set. All right, get over here. I'm so not trying to knock the baby off. I would never hurt the Gogomoa. Okay. Oh, see, I wasn't paying attention. And I think the bot is trying to say it's almost dead. I know purple text usually means it's almost dead, or it's like they question it or something like that. So here he goes back. Ooh, who's he hitting? Oh, he's just spraying around. I need to conserve my stamina for a second. There we go. There we go. Boom. See, he does fly often, like, far away, too, when he just spin webs a lot. Alright, wait for it, okay. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that. The hitbox isn't too bad. Like, I felt like the Zenith Espinos hitbox when he does that charge move, it's just horrible. Like, you'll get hit by the air and you'll get poisoned. I still don't understand how that actually works, but yes, it does happen. Oof. That was a mega oof right there. Just like, I just allowed him to fucking hit me. Like, oh shit, oh shit. I need my potions. I need my, oh my god. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna like fucking ground pound me and just smush me like a pancake. Alright, there we go. Move out of the way for a second. Alright, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. And I don't know, I just like, at one point I was just like mad about LS, but now I'm just like, yeah, LS. Like, just the feeling of extreme styles, it's just so much, like, so much more comforting, especially facing monsters with giant ass AoE moves coming straight out of an anime, to be honest. And it's just like, you know, just having these extreme styles yet again, just so comforting. It gives you leeway, per se, a lot of leeway. Ooh, I was close to hitting its tail. There you go. Boom. Boom. Oh. I kind of just stood there. Oh. I want to get out of the way for a second because he's going to do that triangular movement. Well, I couldn't get away from that. I'm not sure if I want to heal myself. I'll just regenerate. There we go. Go. Oh. He's gonna land back. There we go. Ooh. That was a close one. I'm like in the zone right now. I'm just like, ooh. Okay, now he's going to his last area, I believe. Let's see. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna get that cyan sharpness back, and I want to use my ability, which I've seen some funky abilities in this game where it freezes the monster, which I've never seen in a Monster Hunter game before. So that was a new feature to me. So I was like, oh damn, like yeah, like for real. So he's going back here now. So I think he'll just stay here for a little bit, and then he'll go back to his final stage. And if you knock those trees, the poison bugs come out. Yeah, see, I had a feeling he would like quickly go back to his resting area, because it's usually questionable if you see a monster go back to an area you fought him at. It's either you didn't do enough damage, or you're very close to doing enough damage to the point where he's gonna limp into his final resting stage. So let's just mark this one up. Oh, he's sleeping. He's sleeping. Now, this is how you get him out of the tree. Knock the tree, and it will hit him down. So if any, if you're trying to figure out how to get him down before he wakes up, hit the tree. And let's finish this off. No! Oh, it's okay. Alright, finish this one off. Oh yeah. Well, he's obviously not finished, but he's very close. Oh, gotta move out of the way before he hits me with his little hitbox. Right. So close, I can feel justice. One more. And maybe a couple more. Oh, I'm a little too close to that tail, because I was like, maybe I'll get hit by the tail hitbox. Now he just wants me to run around. If you notice his pattern, he's just like webbing me, and then he just keeps going around. But there you go. And if you look closely, the Gogomoa will bounce off, and it will actually, you can damage it, which, as you see, but I don't think you can kill it. And what it will do is it'll dig in the ground, which it's phased inside of a rock, but, life is life. But anyways, that was the Gogomoa. Yes. It was pretty self-explanatory. There's no big hitting moves unless you don't have the appropriate armor with good defense and skills. I do have a few skills I want to say that I have, which is True Guts, which is really helpful against the bigger monsters. considering what True Guts does is, if you are above 50% health and a monster does a one-shot mechanic move on you, excluding the Zinogre Duke, because that's a combo hit one-shot. Well, if you get one-shotted but you have 50% health, it will reduce your health to only 1%, so you still be alive. There's other skills I have, like Myriad, which I think it's 3 God's Grace, I think it's called. No, 3 God's Grace is the one that gives me super earplugs, which I negate all monster roars except Zeniths, because in Zeniths they added a lot of new stuff like super earthquakes and stuff, super roars, and some other things like super poison, super paralysis, which negates the whole feature of the 3 God's Grace. And it's pretty crazy, because when I had seen the Espinas and it roared and it stunned me, I was like, oh fuck, yep, that's the end of me. Of course I didn't die, but still. Another thing too is, if you break the horn of the Zenith Espinas, it will lose its super roar feature, so it will get reduced to a regular roar, and if you have earplugs on, you'll pretty much be all set. So, you know, there's cool features like that come with Zenith and stuff. I'm just gonna grab everything anyways. What are the skills I have? It took me 12 minutes on that, almost 13 minutes. So like I said, he definitely feels tanky, but I feel like the reason why he's tanky is because he's so agile and speed. He just goes around the map and just like uses his webs and flies around. So he's not staying in one place and AoEing you down. He's just flying around constantly. As in flying, I mean, you know, spider webbing across the map and shit. But I have like a bunch of skills on my character, which is like absurd. If you were playing like mainline games, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, look at my skills. Like, just look at these. I'll show you my armor too before I drop the video. Alright, so we got, obviously I got Zenith Espinas gear, and I have a Poogie cuff, which is the thing on the bottom that looks like a jewel that is G. It says SA1, which is actually an evasive cuff, because I have evasion up, I believe it's called, or evade up. It's either or. It's the one that makes you evade in a longer animation. It makes you roll longer in distance. So you can see, here's the skills. The first one, I believe, is attack up, which grants me, I think, like 200 plus attack, raw attack power. The second one is the gods. It was the 3 Gods Grace or some shit. It's the one that grants you with the earplugs, the wind res, and what else? Earthquake res. So it negates all those features from the monsters. The third one is, I believe, the Myriad, which negates all status effects except Zenith effects. The fourth one is actually Rage, so I get, what do I get? I think I get like Adrenaline +2, and I get True Guts with that, so that's there's a bunch of ones that have double features to them. The fifth one, I don't know what that is, I forgot. It's in one of my jewels. I think it's Flashpoint, which Flashpoint, I forgot the thing for Flashpoint, but there's some on the bottom. The very bottom one, which is Evade Up, and it only takes 10 skill points and stuff. So there's a bunch of other things. The 1/5 up from the bottom one is actually either Evade Up or Evade Distance Up. So yeah, you can see it there. So anyways, that pretty much covers the video. So I mean, if you want to see my armor real quick and how much it is, so I could just close this video out just to show you what I'm using for these videos. So we go to weapons, go to upgrade. I want to show you just my cyan sharpness of greatness. So you can see it does 3,024 raw damage, and then on the bottom is poison, which is 1,000 damage, and you can see that it has this cyan sharpness to it, so it's a great feature to have. And then I believe I'm hitting 400 plus defense on each set piece, and if you combine the whole set, the Zenith Espinas gear, you'll get like 5 skills from the start, or 4 of them. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video of me facing up against the Gogomoa and the little friend of the Gogomoa, which resided on his back. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace.